biggest need right now is more vaccines. I mean, that's so deficient. Unless you fix that, everything else is second order to some extent. I mean, some countries in Africa at 1 and 2% vaccination, and they're seeing the Delta virus come in a big way. Of course, in India, we've vaccinated about 12% fully, maybe 40% of the relevant population in one dose. But we need to do it faster, given the possibilities of third and fourth waves. Take the longer term damage that is also done. The poorer kids have no access to online devices, maybe a phone if they're lucky. And imagine the quality of lessons they've had over this year and a half. And the problem is not just, they're not keeping up, they're forgetting. Kids forget. And so if you've been out of school for a year and a half, you're probably 3 years behind at the time you go back. I really hope that our state governments and our central government is thinking very, very hard about how to bring these kids back to school, especially the poorer segments. Otherwise, we've lost generations of kids. People are looking for an alternative to China. We always were the alternative until we started sort of collapsing in growth. If we can revive the potential for that growth, but also emphasize our private sector credentials and the constraints on the government. Unbridled government is problematic for investment. And so if we can say the government is constrained, is going to respect the rule of law, we have a much better chance to keep the capital we've attracted, in fact, attract more. Formalization broadly is a good thing if you allow the informal sector an easy way to become formal. Right. But if the informal sector survives because of its informality, and as soon as they start paying the taxes, etc., they simply cannot survive, then what you've done is you force them to formalize at the worst time. Yeah, longer term, this makes sense, but forcing them to formalize when the whole economy is being hit means basically they close down. I would say that given the weakness of demand in developing countries, in emerging markets going forward because of the consequences of the pandemic, this is the worst time for us to push protectionism.